All right, guys. We have one more act before we adjourn for lunch. I know you guys are hungry. So I just want to introduce Scott and Matt Northern from Classic Grown Diamonds. They have an awesome lab grown diamond database. They are a Punchmark vendor for the diamond search, as well as a premium vendor for finished lab grown goods as well. And we met these guys at RJO back in Birmingham and thought it was a great fit. So brought them into our program, and I'll let them take it away. Thanks for being here, guys.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having us. Yeah, so we're a totally vertical company where we grow diamonds, we cut them, and we manufacture jewelry. We do custom design. It's all out of Surat, India. And we keep our loose diamonds that are available on memo in New York City. And we always have thousands of them. What is it now? I think it's like
7,000 to 10,000, somewhere in that range.
All certified. And then all the finished jewelry, we keep in Akron, Ohio, and the quality control before it goes out. And we keep everything in stock as far as the basics.
So as far as our jewelry goes, basics, studs, halfway around bands, your basic pendants, we try and, like you said, keep all that in stock. We do a lot of the Rivieras, bigger pieces because lab makes it affordable. And for the big pieces, we'll do that on next day memo as well if you need to show it to a customer. Obviously, not everybody wants to stock a 35 karat Riviera, but when you need to show it, we'll have it for you. We use FGVS in all of our finished goods besides the centers. Our larger centers, we're certifying a lot of them with GIA. EFVS is our normal. If you specify something else, though, we can make it with a D or a G or whatever you were looking for. Who all selling lab grown diamonds now? Okay.
Pretty much everyone.
Who's done business with us? Okay.
What store are you?
Lightsels.
Oh, okay. And you?
Lightsels.
Okay.
The word I like to use with a lot of my customers that I try and keep is fluid, especially if you're doing volume or even if you're not. No one wants to waste time. So we try and say, hey, what sizes and shapes do you sell? And we'll stock you with them. You know, we're not going to put $180,000 of memo in your store. We don't call it long-term memo because we hope it's not long-term memo. But we'll put, 10, 15 stones in. And every month we want to hear from you, report on them as they sell. And we get a system down with some clients that, Trevor says, hey, Matt, I sold a 2 karat FBS2 oval. Okay, cool. Do you want another one? Sure. Here. And I just go through and find him. Unless he's really picky, he wants to go through and look for a certain ratio or whatever, he can do it, or we just take it upon ourselves and send it to a log memo.
And we're just starting with the Edge Academy as well, so that we can see the sales. We can expedite your turn in your store. Gary? Yeah, right. Gary does a lot of business with us.
Yes.
And we do a lot of, we love to do custom pieces and 24-inch necks with quarter carats all the way around and things like that. But we do have the basic pieces too. Do you want to show them the loose diamond site, Matt?
Yeah. So we're in IJO, RJO, and SJO as well as Punchmark and starting at the Edge. So we have 2 websites. One's for our jewelry, one's for our diamonds. I'll start with the diamond website. It's going to look pretty familiar, like a lot of loose websites.
So you cannot get invoiced from this site.
Yes.
We take them through choosing a stone map.
Okay. So whenever you get logged in and you go over to search diamond, it'll bring up this filters page. The key for this page is you want to select available stone. That means it's not a stone that's out on memo with somebody. And then you also want to select New York. That means it's not out on memo and it's sitting in our New York office, which in turn means you could have it the next morning. We do flat rate shipping, so you're not going to pay more for next day or anything like that. I have all shapes selected right now. And let's go for something normal.
Two carats are normal in lab grown.
So on this page, you'll get our list of stones. If you want to click on the cert number, it'll pull up your, oh geez, here we go.
He's single-handedly responsible for teaching Fox what
No problem. Anytime.
Congratulations, you're not a robot.
Yep, look at that. So you pull up your cert.
You can download it real easily.
Turn it into a PDF to send to your customer or whatever you need to do with it. You also can select this little camera. It'll bring up your stone in a 360. You can copy this link. A lot of people do business with their phones, so they'll copy the link, copy the cert, send it. Or we'll do it, if they ask me, hey, can you send me this real quick? I'm not in the store, we'll do that too. So it kind of gives you all your information right there.
We have a lot of GIA certified stones and IGI. I just ran the GIA. We have like 500 GIA stones available right now.
We also custom cut. So if you're looking for something, I had a customer looking for a 9x11 radiant, not a normal ratio, obviously. And we cut it for him. He wanted an E, he wanted a VVS, and it had to be GIA. So we cut it for him, sent it to GIA, got it certified, and the pricing stays consistent with other, I think it was 542.
Yeah, no extra charge for
yeah, so it stays consistent across the board.
And we really increased our stature with a lot of stores. If you have goods on memo and the prices have dropped, like everybody knows, we adjust the memos to the new price. And we'll like to do that on a regular basis, so you're not sitting there with overpriced goods in the marketplace.
I just wanted to bring it back to not being logged in. So please contact us, or we'll contact you to set up a username. Don't do it on your own, because if you do it on your own, it goes to India, and I don't know where it goes after that, versus if we set you up, it's under our name and we'll see your emails come through as you order goods. So this is the page you'll see when you just type in classicgrowndiamonds.com, and then you'll just log in and it'll take you to the
we'll create the username and the password.
Right.
It's usually your email address.
So you come to this page, then once you log in, and then search time, and it'll be on that page.
Show them how you go to the curtains.
Well, this one's not set up for that. I can't add anything to the card on this page on my login. But normally, if you had a regular, I'm not set up as a customer in here, so I can't do it. But if you were set up, you would just check the box over here. There'll be a little add to cart button. Add it to your cart, and don't be scared, because it's not going to show up invoiced. It's going to show up on memo. You're never going to be automatically invoiced without us speaking or you saying, hey, Matt, go ahead and invoice me for that. So don't be scared to add things to your cart and confirm it and have them shipped to you. Even if it's just to view them and see what our goods look like. So that's pretty much all there is to our diamond website. And then if you don't see something, please call us, because like 1 carat to 2 carat rounds, we get 500 in and 500 go out. But they move so fast, they don't always get loaded onto our website, but I have them. I'm seeing them on our back end of our software. So don't be scared to call. I think Trevor's done it before. Hey, I'm looking for a 2 carat oval. You don't show any. And I'm like, well, I have 50. So it does happen. So just make sure to call. So yeah, that's our diamonds. And then our jewelry website.
Let me say one more thing about the diamonds. The diamonds, we want to be the best price out there. So if you see something else someplace else, just let us know. We do a lot of volume. We'll put you in the lab grown business if you're not. We have the stud ramp. as well that we just sell. I mean, what's our 3 carats now? 1,600.
15, I think 1557 for 3 carat total weights. So our jewelry website is really good for showing your customers, because if you don't log in, it's going to show triple key pricing. So you don't have to be worried about them seeing pricing. If you do log in, it's going to show you your normal pricing.
Consumers can't see our diamond search. They can see the jewelry site.
They cannot buy off of it though. We do not sell B2C. We're like Enoch said, we're not going to sell B2C. We never have, we never will. So
and we're not branded either. We really don't want to be a brand. We're kind of like under the radar. It costs a lot of money to brand yourself, as you know.
But if you want to use our brand, you can. But most people don't. Wait for this to load here. But this is really good to get styles and get ideas, and anything you see on our jewelry website can basically be made any way you want it to. If you want it 18, you want it platinum, you want it 14, you want it bigger center stone, smaller center stone.
And there's a place for custom rings too. We do a lot of custom. People send us pictures of a ring that's in mine diamonds. They want to know how much it is lab grown. I can typically give a ballpark price right on the spot, and then we can have the CAD the next day with a specific price. What did you do?
It's just not loading.
We don't put anything like that in writing, but we do take care of it. Like we have a customer right now. She has the 4 carat total weight studs that she's had since June, and she just hasn't sold them. So we'll take them back and she can buy something else. But not specific. We don't really want to take the inventory back.
We don't have any way to process it. As far as taking a diamond back. But we will.
But if you're talking, it would have to be a current pricing versus current pricing, which to the consumer is not a problem, because you already sold it to them at that price.
Well, I lost internet, so I can't show you our jewelry website, but it has a lot of styles on it. 360 images of most of our goods. You can select FGVS or FGSI. And if there's something on there you don't see, we can do it in that quality as well.
And we get a shipment every week from India. So I think Wednesday is the cutoff date. If you have it in the request in on Wednesday, we'll have it in New York City Monday or Tuesday at the latest the following week. So we do a lot of matched pairs of trapezoids, half moons, calf heads, all the fancy shapes we stock and we sell very frequently. Does anybody have any questions? Typically 30.
Yeah. Invoices, though, we'll do 30, 60, 30, 60, 90.
If you wanted to put some stock in or whatever, yeah.
And we do stock balance to 1.
And we'll get anybody that wants to do a stud ramp from this meeting, we'll send you one on memo. And what we do is a 30-day rotation, we call. We just want you to be reporting. We don't want to say 9 months or a year memo program. If you're not selling, it doesn't make sense to keep them there. So, yeah.
As far as stock balancing goes, with price drops, one of the ways we try and keep our customers safe from price decline is if they buy $20,000 from us, and they have $5,000 left and it's grossly overpriced, we will, you know, if they buy more, we will reprice those goods at the new one. They'll get their credit back and work it into new product, because we don't want stuff sitting in cases that's not turning, especially once it gets overpriced. We do Melly. We have Melly from, you know,
1 millimeter up.
Yeah. We do fancy Melly, the match pairs. We do a lot of business with the match pairs, Cadillac cuts, traps, or pretty much all of them. So
we do. We have some bands that we did color in. They're gorgeous. It's gorgeous. We do channels with alternating color and diamond and princess cuts and in rounds. So I do have some samples up here of some of the jewelry if you guys wanted to take a look. And I have these flyers here too, and it has a lot of basic pieces on there.
as our numbers and
with our
names
pricing.
of the two.
Best thing I ever did was print this, have this printed without any prices on it. So we just have a price list. It's because it's been changed probably 5 or 6 times since we printed them. But anyway,
We pass them around or just have them come get them?
yeah. Should we just have them come and get these, or
Sure, yeah.
pass them around? Yeah.
Yeah.
There too.
Yeah. Okay. How much the studs are.
Quick question for you guys. If there's a dealer who doesn't sell lab grown, do you have any advice for them on getting into the market, how to differentiate lab from natural? Any guidance on that for a retailer looking to break into?
It's prettier. No.
It makes life so much easier. You don't have to search for diamonds that are presentable. There's no I1s, I2s, SI2s in lab grown. They're all pretty much VS and SI1 and colorless. So, Alex, you could probably tell people how easy it is to sell lab grown.
I mean, that's a point where people ask for it. We've had someone drive across the state of Florida 3 hours, come shop with us because we advertise lab grown. So, and I mean, we do both, and we don't push people one way or another. Their decision, just another option.
Right.
Is anybody worried about not having a high enough ticket price with lab? From now, I'm selling to you guys, so but from I've been in the business 2.5 years, and from when I started, it was like 1.5 to 2 carats. Now we're up to like 3 to 4s, and now it's gone to D and E BVS. So the ticket price really hasn't changed. They're just buying better and bigger, and I'm seeing that across the whole country. It's not just in high end area. You know, it's everywhere. They only want a D BVS 1. It's like, you know, so that part really. I mean, and you guys can correct me if you're not seeing that, but I pretty much across the board have seen a lot. You know, we still get the customer that wants a $500 lab. I mean, they're still out there, and it's a great place for lab grown because they don't have to buy moissanite or anything like that. So,
and a lot of retailers have really increased their sales of designer bridal lines like Tacori and Viraggio because they're putting a lab grown center into those brands, and it makes the sale work.
Most is start with that conversation on what do you want, and they tell us I want 2 carat and I have $5,000. And I get a natural for that or anything else. So well, guess what? We can hit everything we want and be respectful of your budget, right? I guess I think we're not pushing.
Mm-hmm. But there are
something that they actually want versus selling. I'm like, great, you have $5,000. You're not going to get a 3/4 carat.
Right. Right. Yeah, Yeah, I can make everybody happy.
But there is a lot of people that got into the lab grown business just as an offshoot of their mine diamond business. And this is all we do. And we sell a ton of diamonds out of our New York City office wholesale, not to retailers. So I hear some of the names out there. You just got to be careful because we go through so many diamonds that we never stuck holding the bag at a higher price. And a lot of these other places are. So do yourself a favor and shop us. Gary, you shop, or your who's Merit shops a lot on lab grown, and we're always competitive. I say we're always competitive on our lab grown, right?
Anything else?
All right. Yeah, if anybody wants to get started with lab grown, we'll put some in on memo for you and let you get started. We'll show you what our best sellers are, etc.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for all your time.